So today in this video, I'm going to show you how I did some of these things to my bike. So I just swapped out for some new wheels. I trimmed off an inch off each side of the handlebar, okay? Cut it off, okay? So made it narrower for myself. And then I kind of set up the adjustment here for where I want that, and talking through how to make those adjustments and how to make the bike comfortable for you. I hope you enjoy the journey. So first I just need to remove the grips off my handlebars. Mine need an Elle key. So I find the appropriate size and then get busy loosening that. Well, it's a little harder sometimes to find the right size. Make sure you have a whole set. I'm going to do that to both sides. You can see how I just have the exposed bar there. Now it's time to mark off the length. You want to be nice and thorough with this and make sure to not rush it. Voila, 5 minutes later, shorter handlebar by how much you measure. For me, 1 inch. I'm halfway there. So I head to the other side and repeat the process. First marking, taking care to be accurate with my measurement, make sure I can see the mark. Old carpentry trick, measure twice, cut once. So then I take care to line up my pipe cutter with the actual mark that I was carefully making, and then I get to twisting and tensioning. And I'm on my way. You'll see that, yep, something's not quite right. So my skin is a little irritated. So I run off to find something to help out my fingers. Found some athletic tape. This is a good thing to have just in your first aid kit. So just tape wherever I have it. At it, but you'll see that I've switched hands here and I'm utilizing my left hand more, which nothing wrong with that. Right-handed, but let's use that left hand a little bit more. Work on the strength there. So I have both ends, and thank goodness, same length. Took an inch off. This is how the pipe fitter looks up close. You can just see the arm move in and out as you tension it up. It's time to put my grips back on the handlebars. Time to find my hexes. Oh, a little hairspray can help it stay in place. I end up not using it because my grips tension on with the hex. Yours may not. And that hairspray can just help it stay in place. So now I'm ready to position where my shifters, brakes, and my seat post dropper are. Don't rush this, take your time. Make it be just how you want it to be. These different devices have different sizes, so those different hexes come in handy. This is all about you. Take time. Your thumb and hand size isn't the same as everybody else, so it shouldn't be all the same. Don't be intimidated. I'm just going to spend a little time looking at the seat and see if I like the angle. And if it's nice and stable, it ends up being just fine. So I had platform pedals that classically come on the bike. I've got my pedal wrench, but I'm going to put on clipless pedals. Those are how they look like in comparison. So I'm going to use this grease to really thoroughly grease the pedal so that next time I need to take it off, it won't be an issue. It won't seize up from the torque over time. Now that I've thoroughly greased it, I'm going to go ahead and place it on the bike and just do this just by hand. And you want to turn it in the correct direction, which is backwards here. And then I'm making sure that I have a very thorough greasing on the other side, but you don't want too much. You can wipe off any excess you put, but a nice thin but thorough coat is very appropriate. So I'll go ahead and thread that pedal on the opposite side, just using my hands. And you can see my attention to detail with how thorough I put the grease on the pedal. So after hand tightening the pedal, it's time to go get the pedal wrench, and then I realized that the sides of this particular shaft of this pedal are smooth, unlike my platform pedal that has the nice receiver shape to configure with the pedal wrench. No worries, I just grab my long-handed hex wrench to line up with the inside of the pedal and the inside of the crank arm, and I have no problem getting enough tension to put it on. Then it is time I hope you learned some things today as I just did some of the very, very preliminary work to take care of my Trek Roscoe 7. So hardtail with decent amount of travel. Should be nice and cushy out there. It's heavy, so it's kind of, and it's got these really fat tires forwards, but below the fat tire, so plush tires, much wider than I've ever had. So this whole riding experience is going to be very different. But I hope you learned something about how to put on pedals, how to cut down handlebars so that they're the right width. And what else did we do? And we talked a little bit about the seat. And we talked about how to adjust these and get those in the right position. So I hope you learned something. I hope it helps you feel more like you can do things. There's my pile of things there. I do have a repair stand. I just didn't want to get it out of the garage. This is pretty simple and I didn't need it so much as you do for something like doing work on the drivetrain. When you gotta spin the wheels around a lot, then you definitely want the stand, or if you're working on cables. But all right, thanks so much. Tune in next time. Thanks for watching this video. I recorded originally back in 2021 before my divorce, and I'm just so excited to share more of this content. I love adventuring. I love using my hands. I love just being a human, and that has meant not just being limited to and following the narratives of what a woman can do or should do or want to do or be good at. So I hope you enjoyed me sharing about my excitement of this bike that I bought now almost 4 years ago. And I will tell you, I still love this bike. It's got, Tori's got a bit more dirt on her, and I'm now back to, trying to ride her weekly. In reality, maybe I do it once or twice a month. It's a lot of fun. I encourage you, if you've never tried mountain biking, to give it a try. There are women's groups that are very friendly and help make it accessible, and it makes it much more of a playful experience. A lot of times when you ride with men, it is marked by negative sides of the patriarchy, like competition and needing to kind of flex your know-how, even if it's given in the guise of like, oh, I'm trying to help you, but it's really kind of elevating their status over you. So mountain biking is just one of my favorite activities in the world. It's just so much fun. It's a great experience to get in a flow state, to really be in the present moment. It's really, really very enjoyable. Thanks for watching this episode of Becoming Divergent. I invite you to join my newsletter. That's the Becoming Divergent newsletter. You can get the link in my bio, as well as subscribing to the channel here. Let me know in the comments what adventures you're on, if you mountain bike, where you're watching from. So glad you're here, rooting for you.